Another long day.
Another long day?
My highlight for the day is a little bit squirrely, and I'm pretty sure Shelby won't like it because
That's a
we've
great
talked
sign.
about it to some extent today,
No.
possibly to a great extent. Uh, Liam Neeson got in a whole thing on Twitter about uh, basically he had this incident where he was very racist and very vengeful and very violent, looking for violence years and years and years ago when he was young, and he hasn't really talked about it since then. And he's even then he realized what a terrible and regretful thing it was, and but he's never really talked about it before, and so he talked about it now, and it's a whole deal on social media. But and there's lots of takes on both sides, and people are upset at him, and people think he's a hero, whatever else. But my highlight from the whole thing is that people really can change. He was looking for murder. He was looking for to blame others for a problem in his life. And he turned it around, and he realized that vengeance wasn't the right way, and that violence isn't the right way, and that hating the other just doesn't solve the problem. And it's not very often you hear someone talk candidly about just terrible things they've done in their past, because it's embarrassing to talk about. I know I hate to talk about it. So from what I can tell, there wasn't really anything to gain from him talking about it. So overall, I think it's admirable of him. Even if he didn't have the best results, he at least had good intentions. So for me, that was a highlight. Really seeing someone, that was willing to admit that they used to be a different person and previously, and that they have grown and changed and matured as a person, and that they can put those things behind them, and that's hopeful. We living in extremely divided times, and it's hard for me to have as much hope as I used to, and it's hard for me to believe people can change in our current environment. So it's nice to hear someone talk about their ability to change. Yeah.
I like that.
Good.
That was a very positive and uplifting way to view that whole conversation with Liam. I think my highlight for today was actually I had a pretty challenging day at work today, but I have a really great coworker. She's relatively new to this office, but she's a really hard worker and a very enthusiastic learner. And she always works to help everyone else at the office. So even on something that she wasn't necessarily comfortable doing with that particular task, she was more than happy to help do it just for me, just because her coworker and her friend was behind and needed a little help. And she really hated to leave me there still doing work. She hated to not be there to help whenever I still had to stay late. And, wow, okay, yes, so I was staying late at work, and that, kind of sucks. I also just saw the kind-heartedness and the helpfulness of my coworker. And I don't know, that's just really encouraging. Every day that I work with her is just more pleasant because she's there. So shout out to you, Kerri Beezley. You're great. And I love working with you. Thank you for making my day much better.
I'm sure she listens.
She will now.
All right. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.